Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show. Today we're going to make potato mushroom soup.
Whole food, plant-based, it's the best thing for our taste. So pull up a chair and grab a plate, 'cause it's the all-free whole food plant-based cooking show.
Okay, so let's get right in. I already have my saucepan here turned on high or medium high, and I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water because we're going to water saute our onions and some of our spices, because you really don't need to saute in oil. Good tip. You can use water and it works just as well. So I have here 2 large onions that are finely diced. We're just going to get those sauteing a bit, and we'll saute them for about 5 minutes or until they're, translucent, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so we're going to add the rest of our ingredients now. And what I have here, the spice mix is 3 cloves of garlic, 1 bay leaf, a ½ teaspoon of dill, and some onion powder. And I will give you the link to this onion powder because it is fantastic. I don't really like the store-bought kind. I feel like it tends to give people really bad gas. I think it's because of the sulfur or something, the preservative that they have in it. But this doesn't really do that. So I'll give you a link to that in the details below, along with the full recipe. So we're just gonna put that in there with our onions, get them cooking, because when you put your spices in the beginning, and get them heated up really good before you put any of the more liquidy things in, it kind of develops the flavor and allows the flavor of the spice to come out a little bit. So you want to cook that just a little bit. And then we're just going to add the rest of our ingredients. I have here 4 potatoes that are, cubed, kind of small, so it's a good bite-sized piece. You don't want to have them too big because it's soup. You need a nice little piece. And then I have here 2 8-ounce boxes of mushrooms, sliced mushrooms, and I put them on a baking sheet with parchment paper, and I bake them for about 30 minutes. And why I do that, I want to wick most of the moisture out, because when I add these back into the soup, because they're slightly dehydrated, they're going to soak up all of that flavor from the soup, and it will taste even more fabulous. Because if you just add your mushrooms without baking them a little bit, they just add more water to your soup, and it makes it a really watery soup, which is not what you want. You want a rich, flavorful soup. Okay, so mushrooms are in. And then I have here 1 bunch of dinosaur kale. You could use spinach, or you can use the big curly leaf kale, but this is going to add a nutrient-dense punch to your soup. Kale is one of the most nutrient-dense foods on this planet, so we want to get that into our meals every single day. So we're just going to pop that in there, get that cooking down. And what I have here, I've got 1 liter or 4 cups of vegetable broth. This is my homemade vegetable broth, but you can also use low sodium vegetable broth. I know 365 makes a good low sodium vegetable broth. And I wanted to share with you a little tip about nutritional yeast also. I followed Dr. Furman and his teachings, and what he has found is that most nutritional yeast have added folic acid, which is not actually good for you, an added ingredient anyway. So this nutritional yeast does not have folic acid. And it's a whole food, non-synthetic, naturally occurring nutritional yeast. And the flavor is incredible. And I will have the link in the details below for that for you also. It's by Sari Foods. It is a bit more expensive, but really, you don't use a whole lot of nutritional yeast, so it will last you for quite a while. So we're going to just let this cook down for about 30 minutes, and then we'll check it. Okay, we're back. So the soup has cooked down for a half an hour, And now we're going to add the almond milk, and I have 2 cups of unsweetened almond milk and the 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast I was talking to you about earlier. And also we're going to add some Bragg's liquid amino acids because that's going to give it a bit of a salty flavor. And I'm going to add a tablespoon. And we're just going to stir it in a bit. And I forgot, we have to take our bay leaf out. You don't want to crunch into that bay leaf. It's not very good at all. Okay, so we're stirring it up a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out about 2 cups and I'm going to put it in my blender. And that will give it a little bit of a creamy texture. You'll still have most of the chunks left, but then you'll also have this really rich, creamy mixture in it too, which gives you, it just makes it the depth of the flavor even more rich. So we'll just blitz it just a little bit. I think that's enough. And this is going to also thicken your soup up just a little bit without adding anything like cornstarch or arrowroot powder. You want to keep this as nutritious as possible. Oh gosh, this smells so good. Can't wait to dig in. I am all ready. I've got my cup ready. Oh, look at this beautiful soup. A little more broth in there. Put that in there. And it is going to be steamy hot, but I just can't wait. It smells so delicious. Oh, that is so delicious. Another recipe you guys are just gonna love. So try it out. Be sure to subscribe below, like and comment, and I'll see you next time.